Your monthly subscription box from postflybox.com includes all the materials needed to tie a dozen flies, along with some extra goodies. The Hang Low Midge is meant to imitate a midge emerging at the water's surface. The foam at the head of the fly sticks above the surface to imitate emerging wings, while the rest of the fly hangs below and looks like a tasty meal for trout. Yes, the fly is quite small, but remember, elephants eat peanuts. The Hang Low Midge begins with a size 18 curved shank hook. After getting the hook firmly secured in the jaws of your tying vise, load a bobbin with a spool of black unithread. Get the thread started on the hook shank, leaving a little space behind the eye, and after taking a few wraps rearward, snip off the excess tag. Snip a 1-inch length of white Z-line free from the rest and split it in two lengthwise. Get hold of one end of one of the halves and snip it off square. Lay the snipped off end on top of the hook shank and take rearward thread wraps to secure it well down into the bend. Then wrap back up. Snip the material off to form a trailing shuck a little less than a hook gap in length. Snip free a 4-inch length of the silver flashabou and get hold of one end. Lay the end against the near side of the hook and take rearward thread wraps to secure it all the way back to the base of the trailing shuck. Then wrap back up to the initial tie-down point. Wrap 1/3 of the way down the shank, then back up. Then 2/3 of the way down the shank, then back up. And finally all the way to the base of the shuck. There, give your bobbin a counterclockwise spin to uncord the thread and begin wrapping forward to smooth out the lightly tapered body on the fly. Get hold of the silver flashabou and make open spiral wraps with it to rib and segment the body. Anchor the material at the front end of the body and snip the excess off close. Take a few more thread wraps to cover up the end and smooth out the area. Place one end of one of the foam segments on top of the hook shank like so and take tight wraps of tying thread to secure it. Try to get the foam to blend in nicely with the taper of the body. Snip the foam off square, leaving just a small amount extending beyond the hook eye. Pull just the smallest amount of peacock dubbing free from the packet and use it to create a slender 1-inch long noodle on your tying thread. Take wraps with the noodle to build up a shimmery little thorax between the body and the foam. Pull the foam back and take a couple of thread wraps behind the hook eye to anchor it there. You can then pick up your whip finish tool and use it to do a 4 or 5 turn whip finish behind the eye, seat the knot well, and snip your tying thread free. The Hang Low Midge is a relatively easy fly to tie, yet it's remarkably effective on any stretch of water where midge hatches are common.